chapter. The most important thing is getting common terms for the debate. I know it sounds trivial, but it's really important. Common terms for the debate, which is what intellectual discourse is about, not people shouting past one another, is immensely important. It's not a very big policy community. You put all the academics together, you put all the policy wonks in consultants, and you put all the people in actual real policy jobs, and you probably not quite get them all in this room, but even at an international level, it's a fairly small community. So it oughtn't to be as difficult as it is proved to have a common debate. And yet when you pick up the journals, when you pick up the International Journal of Cultural Policy or whatever else, you're always starting each article thinking, where the hell is this person coming from? How does this relate to? The idea that knowledge should be cumulative, that there is some sort of paradigm which is ultimately cumulative, and then when new knowledge comes along, you know how to fit it in, or if it doesn't fit in, it changes the paradigm. That Kuhnian sense of principles of scientific revolutions, has only applied imperfectly to the cultural sector. It's only applied imperfectly to the accretion of knowledge in this sector. And it's certainly one of my hopes that as cultural policy progresses, it becomes more and more easy to work out and work through where each piece of new, as it were, knowledge or insight relates to the paradigm. Which is why I think things like the fact that you built your current edifice on the Rand Report's typology. You probably looked at that typology and thought, God, should I screw around with that a bit? And you could probably have refined it, but it's actually probably ultimately more useful to have built it on that typology than to have, as it were, started again elsewhere. Because what that means is that there is some sort of process of a common framework developing. One of the things that most irritates me personally about business literature and management literature is that everybody who writes in the field attempts to write in a way that accentuates product differentiation in order to promote their theory, in order to promote their own professional careers, academic or consulting. Which means that what happens is, each book is about actually 99% the same in its insight and perspective as another book, but it emphasizes the 1% in order to build market share. And it's a very depressing fact. If you read all the literature on corporate and strategic planning, it's pretty well all the same. Pretty well all says the same things. But if you read the book blurbs only, each book will be absolutely revolutionary, distinctive, and not attempt to build on the others. And I'm just suggesting that in this debate, it's very important that they're cumulative, which is why the dialogue between professionals and consultants and students and so forth is important.